Hello, Miss Julie here with another craft from the public library. Welcome to week 3 of designing a tarot card deck. This week I'm doing the fly. I'll be trying to get 12 face cards and maybe a couple jokers done by Halloween. I've done the Bride of Frankenstein and the Mummy. I haven't got many weeks left, so I think I'll have to double up a few weeks to get there. So I'd better get cracking. Oh, I should do a Kraken card. I could put that one in the giant monsters suit. Anyway, this week it's just The Fly. The old 1958 movie The Fly was a very effective horror film. It starred Al Hedison, Patricia Owens, and Vincent Price. I remember Vincent Price because he had a great voice. As children, it impressed us enormously, and we did gruesome impressions of the horrifying final scene in which a teeny half-person, half-fly caught in a spider's web pitifully calls out, help me, in a wee high voice. It was indeed horrifying, but it didn't stop us kids from waving our little arms and calling out, help me, whenever we thought it would get a laugh. In 1986, an even more horrifying remake hit the theaters. It starred Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis. That one still makes me shudder. Ew indeed. Now, The Fly is about being corrupted, cutting corners, human hubris. It's about transformation gone wrong. So, how do you make that funny? Well, Lego Fly is a hoot. And I found this guy's stuff. Magnus Moore does fly art, and it's surprisingly hilarious. I love these. Anyway, I thought I might go a little Kafkaesque with my tarot card. I wanted there to be some positive aspects too, though. So I did a rough, and then I sketched it out and inked it in. Ignore the little oxygen monitor on my finger there. Once again, I made this a coloring sheet, a full-size coloring sheet that we would hand out at the library, but it can also be shrunk down to a quarter sheet size so that it will make one of the face cards in a deck of cards. I tried drawing his little mouth at the end of his nose-like thing, little nose-like trumpet, but it didn't really work right, so I put his mouth underneath his nose. It made him more sympathetic and human hybrid kind of thing. I gave him 6 legs, or 4 legs and 2 arms, because he's a bug. I kind of tried to make him sympathetic too, with little sad eyebrows and little buggy eyes. He has a laboratory workbench with lots of equipment on it, little bubbling test tubes and all the whole bit. I always think that's fun. So he pretty much has what he needs with his little clipboard and his little pencil and a lab coat. The Fly does have a monster monologue. This is what he has to say. Okay, so I confess I lost my head. Literally, that was the first thing that changed. So I'm like, help me. And people were like, shoo, get away. And whose idea was it to call a SWAT team? Is that supposed to be funny? I'm not giving up, though. I transformed once, I can do it again. It's not all bad. I like the eyes, and the wings are amazing. I'm a work in progress. What can I say? At this point, I colored it in Procreate. One of the kids who watches my stuff came to me and told me that they couldn't see me drawing because my hand kept getting in the way. I have an old iPhone 4 and it doesn't take very good film. Plus, I'm just a poor filmmaker at this point. Anyway, I figured, all right, if the shadows are in the way and it looks messy and I keep getting off camera, and I'll just try it on Procreate and see how it works. And not too bad. With this man-made monster suit, I think I'm going to stick with blue frame and green backgrounds. With the other suits, I'll go with reds and purples and different things. I think with the man-made monster suit, it's going to be skulls. So the rest of the suit will have things like the 4 of skulls and the 8 of skulls kind of thing. And maybe the giant monster suit will have like pumpkins. So it'll be the 9 of pumpkins and whatever. I think that might work. I think the rest of the monsters are going to include, as I said, the giant monster set with Godzilla and King Kong. And then there's going to be the dead set, which will include like Dracula or Nosferatu, zombies. I made a list of more than 70 monsters, and so I'm going to narrow that down, obviously. But I might throw in some obscure ones, like in the giant set, I might do Cream of Creature from the school cafeteria. That would just be fun. I'm not sure I like the look of this card. I may tweak it, but I do like this little guy. He's kind of a sweet little guy. I didn't anticipate that. I would love to see how other people color this in. So kids, come on into the library and pick up the coloring sheet, but be sure to bring it back and show me when you're done, because that would just be cool. So there you have it, the fly. Thanks for joining us, and I hope you come back for more crafts and stories from the public library.